he didn't do either. He told the truth, and it will be remembered.
Forever.
And even if any of those 4 win, or 3 are at the final, that has damaged their chances of winning that speech.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I think he's just cost them the game.
Yeah. And I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm too. I just keep thinking to myself, I don't know how he's even walking around the house and not sitting in a corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't think I don't see that. I'm really like...
But you know what, Tim, this week's been so hard for me because he's been put up there and like I care so much for my friends and I'd be the same if they'd have done that to you.
Yeah.
I'd be the same and that's how loyal I am.
Yeah.
Like as a friend.
Yeah.
And that's why...
And I believe that even if you're the only person that votes for Mitch, you will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am actually going to go swimming now because of this heat. But do you want to come down and sit by the pool while I just jump in for a bit?
Yeah, as long as we do these strawberries.
Oh, we will, absolutely. We will. I've got a long night ahead of me.
So you're saying even after that, you're still going to vote for Joel?
I will need Mitch to promise some things. Because Mitch could work with any of those 3 again.
Oh, no,
He's smart enough. He's smart enough to do that. Mitch is a solo player. He doesn't need anyone, but that's the thing. That's the thing here. He doesn't need them.
But I think, I mean, he said to me last night that you are the smartest one in here, so I think he'd happily work with you. And I said, Tim could win this, and he said, oh, I know he can.
But I know that, and that's why Mitch hasn't befriended or worked with me and been wary of me since we walked in this house. Early on, a week 1 or 2, he'd pinned me and I'd pinned him.
What, you sussed each other out?
We just know when you kind of, it's not intelligence, it's just he has a mathematical, logical brain, which he makes choices based on, like, the probability that they will happen and educated guessing. Other people are not smart enough to do that. They're just not smart enough. It's a type of brain. It's because he's done science, and that's how I play the game of Big Brother. Like.
But do you think...
And I've always respected that, but while he's in the game, he will think that I'm out to get him. I'm not out to get him.
That's why you two need to work together.
But I need him to somehow... It's only his word that he could give me that it is me and him. But it's still not enough votes. Still not enough votes.
He's got Maddie and Ramsey. They're definites.
Shit. But Raoul said that he would vote for Mitch to stay if it's a tie. Oh, not that he would. No, not that he would. That he would.
Maddie and Ramsey are 100% and me.
I know. And this is something that I'm not talking to Cassandra about. That's the funny thing. When everyone thinks that we don't vote together, Cassandra and I. Like, it's a very funny relationship.
And Mitch said last night it would be so very boring for the prom queen.
Absolutely. But you've also, I hate to say this, Nikki, I hate to say it, but you have to recognise that Mitch is, if he stays, even if he gets that, it doesn't mean that he'll never work with 3 of them again. Jared and Kelsey will never let him into the 3.
No,
but
so
Raoul, as far as Raoul's concerned, Raoul didn't make the decision. It was Kelsey and Jared. In that, yes, Raoul considered all the information and made the decision, but Raoul can always use the excuse that he made the decision only because Kelsey and Jared pressured him. Jared and Kelsey don't have that kind of redemptive option with Mitch. And Raoul and Mitch together could be dangerous. It's just like, it's fair enough if Mitch stays and wants to work with me, but do Maddie and Ramsey want to work with me? Like, why give them the power?
He doesn't want to work with Maddie and Ramsey. He needs their vote, and that's
Yeah.
that is that. He needs their vote.
I would love nothing more than to be able to work with someone that understands how my brain works. And Mitch does. Every
Yeah.
time I've ever spoke to him,
He's
there's just
the
a
only
level of-
person who's equally as intelligent.
I know that, and I've not wanted any, and I've got a good little thing going where the others don't really think that they just think Mitch is the only capable mastermind. That's how I won Big Brother Australia. I was Mitch with a personality. I had that mastermind brain, and Mitch has heart too. And that's why he did what he did. Not because he'll do anything to stay, but because I think he really was angry that...
His best friend.
Yeah. And they don't see that, I don't think. They
They're-
still think that he's just come up with
Yeah.
a smart way to get out of it.
And they've manipulated it now, and they're the victims.
Yeah.
They're the ones
Yeah.
that are...
But it won't come across that way because I don't talk that way in the diary room. And other people wouldn't either. And if I vote for Mitch to say, I'll tell Jared, Kelsey and Raoul, I'm voting for Mitch to say. I've already said
told
to...
them. And you know what Jared said to me earlier? He was like, well, you know, Nikki, Ruddy said some really damaging stuff to us. And he was like, I mean, I know you're going to vote for him, but you've got one more week left in here. So just have fun. And I was like...
Why does he think you've only got one more week?
Well, obviously because they're coming for me next, because I'm Mitch's friend. And I just thought, oh my gosh, like...
I was actually surprised at Jared's move in the veto game the other day. I didn't think Jared had that in him. To throw it? Like, that was very calculated.
To throw it.
Remember when Jared threw...
He lost the drop the hat thing.
Yeah, but he purposely did that.
Yeah, why? What?
Okay, so he won it, right? The first round against... Who was he versing the first round? Ramsey, he won it. And then he picks it straight away again against Nick. And everyone thinks that Jared's won it once, he's playing it straight again, Jared will win again. And what did everyone do? Voted that Jared would win it again. He banked that everybody on podiums would pick him.
Oh,
so he cost them all the 2 points. He didn't care if Nick lost, got an extra 2 points than him as the winner because he wasn't working against Nick, he was working with Nick because Nick would never use the veto this week.
Oh my God, I wondered why.
It happened so quickly and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I was just like, oh my God, I didn't think he had it in him. I think Jared's quite smart. 2.
Wow.
I know. It's a very interesting situation at the moment.
And to come up with that so quickly. Like
So
when you're under that
quickly.
much pressure.
I couldn't do that, I don't think.
He knew everyone was gonna... My God.
I hate to say it, but do you realise that if Dallas was here, none of this would have happened?
I've believe me, I've regretted that decision.
But I'm now in a better position. And that's why Mitch already knows what is running through my head.
Rail's listening outside the door.
Is he? How do you know?
I can just say.
I don't care. I've already spoke to Rail about what I'm going to do. What? I don't make my decision till the day because I like to find out all the information and consider all the options. And I think Mitch knows how my brain works. Like, he knows that there's an option, that there's a chance I will. But I don't regret my decisions. If I make the decision to keep him, it's like you and me, Mitch, plan this game, every move. I don't know how he can prove that. I wouldn't save him just so.
But I think after this, what's happened this week, you'd have to just take his word.
I know.
You would, and I trust his word, I do.
I think...
Which is why I was so hurt, because I don't think he would have done that to Rahel. And yesterday I was just a mess. I was just...
They didn't need to do it, I don't think.
Oh, I don't. There were so many other people they could have... They could have gone...
If Mitch
Jared's
stays...
Jared's wanted the brothers out for weeks.
I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore, Nikki. Like, I've stopped trying to guess. That's the thing. I worked out that, like, I've kind of changed in the last week because I got shitty that last week we tried to do a move and it didn't happen. And I don't think you can ever control anything. But then when I realised that we were better off for it not happening, I went, well, fuck, what's the point of even trying to control the game when chance will always have its thing? Like, you can only wait to see who wins HOH and then find out if you're the target or not.
But what did Jared mean? You've got another week left in here.
I think either. I don't think they'd vote for you. Everyone seems to think that there's a triple coming up where 2 people out of the 3 go home. Or maybe they're banking that if Mitch left, you'd walk. I don't know. I actually don't know what he means by that. I haven't not heard anyone saying Nikki's next. And I think that would be so stupid for them to do that. What are you going to do? What are you going to... If you were to stay in the game, like, you need other people, unless you're head of house. They might be worried that if you got head of house, you'd just put them 2 up. But just like the brothers could put them 2 up, I could put them 2 up. Cassandra could put them 2 up. What they did was just a bit silly in that, or hypocritical.
They created an unnecessary enemy.
Because they thought that they could get rid of it.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important that he stays, because he will take them down.
I think he'll divide. Join with Rahel. Take out Kelsey and Joe. Do you realise if Mitch stays, gets to the end, he's won?
Absolutely, and
with good, I know.
Yeah, good on him. He's done it on his own.
Until...
With morals.
Well, until today... There's a lot that I'm considering. I'm not making my decision today. I'm not going to make my decision tomorrow. I'll make my decision on voting day. That's how I do it. I make my decision listening to their speeches on the night. Because Maddie did convince me of that speech, but I knew Maddie didn't write it.
Who did?
Jared.
Jared? Really?
Because they knew that if it came to a tie, they could still convince me.
Did Jared admit that to you?
Not that if it came to a tie, he just said, did you like that speech? We helped her write it. We gave her those words. We gave her that line. There's a big game going on, and I was tested and I passed. I said that the reason why Maddie was going home and why I wanted Dallas to stay
was because she didn't want it.
She didn't want it. They were trying to test whether would I be able to be swayed. They knew that I wanted Dallas to stay, and so in that final moment, and honestly, she did convince me. I went, shit, that's the one thing that I had against her, that she wasn't outright saying who she was against.
But I think you've got to work with Mitch.
We'll see. The week is young. The week is young. And I will be talking to Jared about it. And I'll say to him, here is the options. Like, if Mitch stays, here's the options if Mitch goes. Like, I mean, it has to be. And the other thing is that I'm really close with Joel. Like, if it was somebody else on the bench, it might be also different.
Come on, though.
What?
I don't think you would be able to work closely with Joel.
I like him.
I know,
We have a lot
we
of
all
private
do.
chats. Like,
We all do, but to get to the end, I don't think he's got it in him to get to the end.
yeah, he's not good at comms, is he? It's just a me and Mitch chat. I would not talk to the others about it because I don't want to be the one coordinating it. It's just the same as the reason why I chose between Maddie and Dallas. It had nothing to do with what the others had chosen. I had my own reason.
But what are them three going to do if someone like, I don't know, Ramsey or Maddie gets head of house next week?
Well,
I'm sure they're going to go up.
will they? I think they'll go for Cassandra.
Well, because everyone's scared of them now.
I don't know. I don't know. These are the things that I'd have to find out, like a map, a plan for if... Because the others have a plan. It's kind of like a new option.
This has been my worst week so far.
Oh, yeah.
It really has. Yesterday I was a mess.
Oh, yeah.
An absolute mess. I just sobbed when I walked into the spa last night and you and Kelsey on both occasions changed what you were talking about. And then
I can't even
when
remember.
I came in and sat down, you both gradually got up and walked out. I just burst into tears. And it's not just because, like, I wasn't involved in the conversation. It's not because of that. I just feel so alone in this house.
Yeah. That's what this game does.
Yeah. And listen, if I'll probably last 6 weeks. I'm proud of myself for that.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, totally ready to just go home.
I think that over the next few days, like I did with Maddie and Dallas, it'll be a personal reason for if I choose either or. I don't think, this is the sad thing, I don't think Jared is the enemy. I think Kelsey and Raoul are the toxic pair.
Kelsey is poison. Look what's happened. She's come back and look what's happened to the house. It's the worst.
But do you also see that if Dallas was here, he just would not have agreed for Kelsey to come back
in the first place, I know.
But then Levita would appear here and the game would be totally different.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be different. We wouldn't be in danger.
We'll see. We'll see.
If one of those three get head of house, or one of those two, because if Kelsey or Jared gets head of house next week, I cannot wait to leave. Literally, I just can't go through this week again. I can't. It's been torture. I've dreaded waking up in the morning.
That's not very nice. Well, I won't get to wake up in the morning tomorrow morning because I'll be awake all night. Just like the week always progresses. It always does. There will be arguments. There will be things that get revealed. Like Mitch knows their secrets and he'll, when he needs to, reveal them.
But I'm so glad that he shamed them.
Not only for the house, but for the show. And that gets shown.
And for Canada.
Yeah, well, exactly, for Canada.
To see what really is happening.
Yeah. Mitch is smart in that way, and that's how I used to do it, is that I knew that the only segment of time that 100% got shown was your nomination reason. And so I made that really potent and powerful, just like Mitch just did. Because every other thing that happened in the house, Big Brother could
Doctor.
twist, and if he wanted someone to stay, he could make them look